Actually, Metroid actually turned 20 today.
30.
Okay.
And Nintendo didn't do crap.
But they've only been good for 21 years. It's been garbage ever since. I'm sorry. Who the fuck cares about Federation Force?
Nobody.
And other,
that game is dead. That game is dead on arrival.
oh god, that's such a mistake.
Oh my
it's a
god.
shooter game. Let's tack on Metroid to this. Why? No one's gonna buy this.
And
I think that's why they tried to sell it.
And the fan actually released the Metroid 2 fan game just today to celebrate. While Nintendo didn't do jack shit.
No, it's oh my god. Yeah, but Other M is one of the biggest insults to almost any franchise I've played. I mean, more of an insult than Final Fantasy 13 was to Final Fantasy, in my opinion.
Granted, I will admit there were some good aspects in Other M, but there were a shit ton of
My
disappointing.
biggest problem was Samus taking orders from some random general being told you are not authorized to use your Varia suit. You are not authorized to use your basic functions of your armor. You're the one who practically saved the galaxy, saved the universe countless times, because this takes place after Super Metroid and before Metroid Fusion. So she's beaten these characters quite a bit. She's kicked ass.
It's sad because of the fact that...
Right back with it.
Okay. It's just sad that the story is the main thing that was the biggest issue with that game.
Oh, it was terrible.
Is like, if you took out the story completely, it would actually be an average game or above average.
And take out the pixel hunt. The little section they go on, hunt for the pixel. What am I supposed to be looking for? Like the very
Yeah.
game, like, hunt for the insignia. I'm like, what insignia? I don't see what you're talking about. And you're like there for like 10 minutes, looking around with the Wiimote, feeling kind of like a ninny the whole time.
But the controls weren't that bad for the game.
No, the controls were fine, except with the exception of having to go back and forth to the pointing controls with the missiles.
Yeah.
Stupid concept. I like. Oh.
It is a bit. It's a bit cumbersome with that, but all in all, the controls weren't that bad. I was still able to 100% the game, almost no problem. The game was pretty easy.
Most of the game played like classic Metroid, and that was fine. That was perfectly fine.
And visually, it was amazing for the Wii
it was
game.
actually bad looking. And then of course there was I pretty much practically rage quit the game as soon as she encountered Ridley and started freaking out. I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious? You have fought Ridley like a dozen times, and you're like, oh my god, it's Ridley. You never once shat your pants at the sight of Ridley because you have kicked his ass every time you've encountered him. And then try to add a
Glorious story from the glorious minds who brought us Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
No.
Hold on.
They did, Team Ninja did not do the story. They only did the gameplay.
Yes.
They did not touch the story. It was the creator of Samus that actually decided to fuck it up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it
They
was.
fucking played the victim card with her is bullshit. It's like,
Yeah,
dude, she's a badass.
she's
She's essentially Ripley. Samus is essentially Ripley, Ellen Ripley from Aliens in the video game world. She is like, she's been through a lot of shit and she's gotten stronger because of it. If anything, in the story should have been like her telling the general, fuck off, I know what I'm doing, you can do what you want with me afterwards. You'll thank me later.
Or
No, it's like, oh, I've got to respect him because of our history together.
all the other times, I swear, after Metroid Prime, that was the pinnacle. That was always like the peak of the Metroid series. It's always a combination, a fight between either Super Metroid and Metroid Prime. When you ask any person, what is your favorite Metroid game?
Yeah. The Prime games were actually done pretty well. Granted, Echoes was a little bit too heavy-handed with the whole White World, Dark World kind of second, but it wasn't bad. It was the most difficult of the three, and Corruption felt really simple. It wasn't bad.
Corruption definitely turned it more of an action game than exploration, but it wasn't bad. It was still
it wasn't. It was pretty good. I liked it.
It was still handled like a Metroid game. Sam was getting new abilities and whatnot. The thing is, it was easy because you were extremely overpowered once you got that ability.
Yes.
that one ability.
I
So-
forgot what you're talking about. It's been a few years, but I know what you're talking about.
It's like that Phozon burst or something like that. Some weird thing. Yeah. Once you got that, is like everything is dead.
And honestly, that was one of the very few games in the Wii where I thought the controls were not intrusive.
Oh no, it was actually perfect.
Yeah, it ran. I
Oh.
was like, wow, this is a good game that takes good advantage of the Wii U's controls. I'd like to see more games like this. Didn't happen very much, but hey, whatever. I got something good out of it.
When it comes to motion controls, the Wii Remote actually was the closest. When it comes to an FPS type game, that is the closest you're going to get to a mouse, and it's
Yeah.
actually spot on. That's why if you look at a whole bunch of FPS Wii titles, most of them were the the arcadey shooter type games. Look at the
Yes.
Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles and Dark Side Chronicles, and the Dead Space Extraction. Those were great games. When it came to the Wii motion controls, because it was utilized in a way that would work. But trying to be innovative in a way to be
Yep.
edgy with some of these games, yeah, no.
Some it worked. I will defend No More Heroes.
What was that?
No More Heroes I will defend.
No More Heroes.
Just because it was first came out for the first year for the system. It was new. It was a fresh concept. Where it didn't feel as gimmicky as most other games did. Honestly, I felt the port of Twilight Princess to be incredibly gimmicky. I regretted buying it for the Wii as a launch title. I regret it. I should have bought the GameCube version when it originally came out.
Yeah.
Granted, thankfully, I replaced that bad taste by buying the HD version on the Wii U. So I'm like, okay, I can have that. I'll never.
It's fucking glorious again.
Yeah, that's how it should be. And that's unfortunate because because I'm like, okay, you can swing your sword. Not really, just flick your wrist. And then they went and did the Wii Motion Plus with Skyward Sword, and I fucking hate
which is
that.
probably. I think I've mentioned before how Twilight Princess is one of my least favorite Nintendo games.
Really?
That's unfortunate because it's actually really good. It's a
Yeah,
good
it's actually
game.
really good.
Yeah,
Both visually and gameplay-wise, it's a great
yeah,
game
the dungeon is
without the motion
fantastic.
controls.
Yeah, take the motion controls away. The game is actually fantastic.
The sad part, I can't because the motion controls is the gameplay.
Nope, it isn't.
No,
it's tacked on.
yeah, it was
It's
tacked
tacked
on.
on.
Because originally, it was supposed to be. Twilight Princess was originally supposed to be an N64 type.
Wait.
GameCube.
Are we talking about Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword?
Wait.
Twilight Princess.
Sorry. It was supposed to be an early GameCube game. Sorry.
Yes.
It was supposed to be an early GameCube game because they were showing off gameplay that was actually very different from what the end result was supposed to be.
Wait, are we talking about? Oh, we're
Was
talking
it
about.
so-
Oh, Twilight Princess. Yeah, Twilight Princess I like. Skyward Sword is the one I hate.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, Skyward Sword is the worst one.
Yeah, because it forces you to swing your sword in a certain way. Because look, we got the Wii Motion Plus. Everything is accurate now. You're like, God, fuck, this is so tedious.
It was boring, and it wasn't even that great.
And it's spent
Oh,
more
motion-
time. Oh God, I have never played a game that has so many intrusive tutorials. Even Star Fox Adventures here, with an obnoxious little "Yay, let's do a fanfare dance" every time he picks up an item. Twilight Princess. It's not Twilight Princess. Sorry, I keep dragging on that one. Skyward Sword. They actually got the creator of Zelda to apologize for the amount of hand-holding the game had.
They were hand-holding you even more than halfway through the game.
Yep.
And
Yo.
he said I have no idea. He just said be right back.
Oh, okay, no big deal.
But no, Skyward Sword. I struggled to play through that game twice. First time I gave up because every time I just turned on the game, started playing, it put me to sleep. It is very boring. And the motion controls make the game even worse because of the fact that they tried to, like I said before, they tried to be innovative and edgy by having the enemies try to block you in certain ways. You know, like when they would hold their, you'd have, like, if they hold their weapons in diagonal way, you have to slash through that diagonal way, and it's like, but when you try to do exactly what the game wants you to do, it still punishes you.
Yeah.
Because if you try doing it that diagonal slash, the enemy will quickly switch it up and change direction, and it's like you can't actually play the game the way it was meant to be played.
Yeah, you don't have lightning quick reflexes with your entire shoulder. You just can't do that.
It's like there's limitations with what the human body can do
Exactly.
compared to what the game can process.
Yeah. So I just was. Oh,
Granted,
it was such a letdown.
Skyward Sword did have some good elements in it that I enjoyed. I will bash something, but I will point out positive things about something I bash, unless it was just complete utter shit.
That's true.
AKA Batman v Superman.
Oh my god. Have I told you guys my reaction to that movie?
Oh, you saw it too?
Well,
I did not pay for it. That's my consolation. I saw it with my uncle, and from the opening titles, my mouth was just open the entire time, going, "Why? Just why?"
Well, the thing is, there are parts of Batman vs Superman where, like, okay, I see where they're going with this. The biggest problem, and a lot of people, like, especially not comic book fans, don't notice, is that it is essentially 3 comic books crammed into 1 2-hour film. They
Not
put
even that.
so much emphasis. Yeah, but they put way too much. Like, why is Wonder Woman here? She's useless. Get her the fuck out of here. Why are we so?
Well, she isn't useless. She has no point.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
no
difference.
in there.
Yeah,
All
she
it
has
is,
no
it's a
purpose
2-hour
there.
For her, it's a teaser. Like, hey, by the way, we're making a Wonder Woman movie. Okay, good for you. I'll watch the movie. I don't care if she's in this movie or not. Yeah, okay, fine. It was kind of cool to see her do battle with Batman and Superman at the end of the movie, but at the same time, like, why the fuck is Doomsday here? Where's Brainiac? Where are the other villains that Superman must go up against before Doomsday comes along? They were in such a hurry to put all these big, huge tentpole sequences from the comics into this film, they forgot what the whole point of the Marvel Cinematic Universe did. They're like, hey, let's take it slow, guys. Let's start these characters out, give them a good origin story, and then bring their villains in. And look how much. I mean, every Avengers movie that has come out, you're like, hey, this feels welcoming. I know these characters because we actually watched like 8+ movies before this came out. Batman vs Superman tries to do all that in 1 movie,
And it fails because it's all in 1 movie.
Well, there are many issues with Batman v Superman.
Batman doesn't brand people, for starters.
Hold on. If you want to get into the older comics, he actually does kill. But
No,
most of the-
not. I have no
But
problem
most
with
of it
Batman
does.
killing people. I have a problem with him branding people like cows.
No. I understand your point on this, but like I said, it's kind of going the direction where the later comics were going, but without any kind of, how can I say, exposition. They never explained it. Why is he killing? A lot of comic fans, myself, were like, why is he killing? Is it because of Robin's death? Have him somewhat like talk about that with Alfred. Like, yeah, I mean, he's like, you become more reckless, Master Bruce, because you haven't been being as careful as you used to be with with bad guys. You're actually killing them. You're not taking them all around and put them in jail. You're actually like pissed off. You're killing them. At least some sort of explanation to ease the old school fans as to why Batman is killing. Because Batman was just a detective. He wasn't a killer. He made you spit teeth and locked you up in jail until you escaped again. That's pretty much what he did. But they could have easily put in a story like where he just snapped after Joker killed Robin. And I was kind of hoping for a side story with the whole Suicide Squad bullshit, which I have not seen, by the way. I was trying to like. I looked at Joker's mouth grill. I'm like, it'd be really cool if they added a little bit of a story. Like, the reason why he's got a mouth grill is because Batman punched every one of his teeth out after killing Robin. I'd be like, I would accept that then. Otherwise, why the fuck is he a pimp?
I could say something, but it'd be spoilers for something like that.
Honestly, I really don't care about spoilers because Joker's in it for like 12 minutes.
Not even that. Not even that. I would say less than 8. Less than 8.